Good day.
Good morning.
Hello. How are you today?
I'm good. How's everyone out there doing?
I am one. Oh, you're asking them.
You got your coffee?
I do. It's right here in my Warm N Cozy mug.
Are
It's
you,
actually really warm and hot because it's fresh.
not cozy. Like coffee generally isn't cozy. You don't like get in snuggle. But it does make you like feel
fuzzy
cozy.
inside. That's usually the Jim Beam. No, we are Warm N Cozy Quilting. We are in Columbia, Illinois. I am Jason.
I'm Danielle.
You own this mug.
And you
I own this mug.
You are the number one customer. Oh my gosh, she's on a roll today.
Zing. If you're not having fun, why even bother showing up to work? Let's be honest here, guys.
Right.
You know?
That's right.
Oh, sorry. Got people saying hi on both YouTube and on Facebook. So if you're on either one, please say hi.
Yeah.
If you like to sit out there quietly, that's fine too.
Did you know that you could watch us on YouTube?
Did you know that?
You can.
You can. You can go over to the YouTubes. You go to youtube.com or your app that says YouTube. Look for Warm N Cozy Quilting. We have a channel. You just hit a little subscribe button there. And you turn on your notifications.
Go to the live. You hit the live button or something. If you want
to go back and watch us on the YouTubes, there are categories under YouTube. You have your regular, like if we were to make one nice and pretty and polished up and put it out there, that's out there. But then there's a category for lives. So anytime we do a live, and we broadcast live there, it goes in that category. So all these Saturday morning coffees that we do, if you want to go back and rewatch any of them, they're under the live category of our YouTube page. But yeah, subscribe and notifies all that. Can you
go up? I got friends over there. I gotta say hi to.
Okay, hold on. Go ahead. Ready and go.
Hi, Deborah. Good morning. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. That's right. Good morning, Pam.
Hello.
And Regina.
Morning.
Hello. And hi, Kelly. You're supposed to be working.
Wow, she took my line. Yikes. Got tough up in here.
Good morning, Beth. Favorite quilt people. That's so awesome. Thank you. Good morning, Jodelle, and good morning to Dina.
Hello.
We saw her this week, didn't we?
We did.
Okay. Good morning.
Good morning.
And then Jane, we saw this week.
Yeah.
Good morning, Pam. Oh, you got warm and breezy in Alabama, huh?
I take warm and breezy over balmy and 50 degrees. Why?
It is chilly.
It's April.
It's chilly here.
Stop it.
We were going to go to the park tomorrow.
Man, we're going to.
We're going to go to the park anyway. It's
with jackets on.
Sunny.
Maybe a parka.
Right? Okay. And good morning, Julie.
Hello.
Hi, Sharon. Good morning.
Hi there.
Oh, hi there.
Hi there. As opposed to here. You're there.
Good morning, Patty. And hello, Mom. Good morning, Joanne.
Yeah, Joanne.
My eyes are really fuzzy today. Like I really can't see.
Have they been drinking as well?
I don't know.
Ooh, fancy.
Good morning, Jackie. Finally made it on time. You did it.
You're here. You did it.
You did it.
And if you don't show up on time, that's okay. You can always watch another time.
Right.
And hello, Kathy. Miss Kathleen, I should say. On both the YouTube and the Facebooks, back and forth. Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. And hello, Vicky. Good to see you on as well. Oh, you're Victoria. Oh, who are you waving at? We have behind the screen today Miss Victoria running the cameras for us. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Excellent.
That's my job. I'm paid by the hour. It's okay.
Are you really?
Okay. Jackie says there's thunder over. I'm not going to say that right.
Lowville.
Right.
Lowville.
It depends if you're actually from there, you say it correctly, and the rest of us say Louisville or something.
All one syllable.
Lowville. Anyway.
What? You're making
that. Start of Derby. Is it really Derby season?
Guess so.
See, I don't follow horse racing, so I have really no idea. All I know about horses is they're big, they run with 4 legs.
Right.
And horsepower
morning, Nina.
determines power in a car. I don't know.
Northern Wisconsin. Oh, she's 35.
35 and flurry. No.
Oh, April.
I would write your congressman.
It is not
about that
only
one.
April. It's April like 23rd, 22nd.
Yeah, we're like almost through the whole spring.
That's enough of that flurry nonsense.
Write your congressman, write your senator. Not that they'll do anything about it, but you should. Sometimes you need to stay in contact with those people. Be like, hey,
I thought there was global warming.
We're still here.
How come I got flurries?
That's controversial.
Okay, we're not talking about it.
We're going to be controversial today.
We are.
But in a good, fun way.
In a much better way.
Far more fun. We're going to be controversial on favoritist fabrics. There's so many fabric companies out there. There's so many to choose from.
Right.
So many great lines.
So why would you
inside
get
those
this
lines,
one
there's
or that
different
one or-
designers and all this, and who is the best. Today, we argue about it. All of us, collectively, but in a friendly fashion.
Right.
That's gonna be a little.
As long as I win, it's all good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Somebody, please let her win.
Yeah.
Kentucky Derby is on May 6th in 2
It's
weeks.
always that first Saturday.
What is?
First Saturday in May is the Derby. It's the
Is
Kentucky
it?
Derby.
How do you know this?
My dad watches.
Oh.
My dad has for many, many, many. There was one wedding
Yeah.
that he had to go to on that day, and he missed the Derby.
I'd have been mad.
He said it was worth it. It was for, it was important.
Sure.
Whatever. Besides that, he's watched all of them.
Was this before the days of like the cell phone?
Oh, where he could watch in the wedding.
Right. Woo! I mean,
oh, yes. Right. Oh, look at the lovely
that was
couple.
beautiful.
Oh.
Dang it. Don't do it. No. Wait, no, not you guys. Just continue on.
Yeah. Well, and I think, anyway, it doesn't matter. Let's not talk about Derby because I don't know enough.
I don't know anything about the Derby. I know there's fancy hats that happen. I know that much.
So, but speaking of Kentucky.
It's the state next to Illinois.
This week is the Paducah Quilt Show.
Oh, yeah, and Paducah is in Kentucky.
Correct.
Oh, my goodness. I knew that.
Good morning, Vicki.
Playing segue. And good morning, Eileen, over on the YouTubes.
Good morning.
So, yeah, you're absolutely right. This week is the Paducah Quilt Show. I'm going to just learn to talk today. It's my first day talking. Right. I'm doing my best. Bear with me. Right. Anyway, if you've never been there, and it's kind of funny, I've actually talked to a couple people this last week that had no idea what Paducah is.
Right. They're
and this confuses me a little bit because they were people that have been quilting for a little while.
Yeah.
And so I would expect at least some familiarity or having heard about it.
Yeah.
If you haven't heard of the Paducah Quilt Show, historically, in my mind, it's one of the biggest ones in the country. It's an AQS show, which is huge.
What does AQS mean?
The American Quilting Society.
Right.
Quilter Society? Quilting. I don't remember. I didn't really research that very well. I apologize. Anyway, they put this show on. It's one of many that they sponsor and do. But this one is in Paducah, Kentucky. It's at the convention center just across the border from Illinois in Kentucky, as we mentioned.
So we can drive there, go to the show, and drive home.
We can, and we probably will. Because why not? And it's going to be, wow, Carol, thank you for noticing that. You know, it's not often that we coordinate like awesome people, but we did today.
I decided that it was Dress Like Your Husband Day, so I wore a black shirt.
If you're not wearing a black shirt today, she does
just like him.
And she has on black tennis shoes.
I do.
And so do I.
So if you guys want to join me and Dress Like Your Husband Day,
that fun.
Go track him down and go, what are you wearing today? Oh, man, I ain't doing that.
You look like a heathen. I ain't dressing like that. No. But if you want to, you can. It's fun. I enjoy it. I was not expecting
We are
this.
sewing hipsters.
We are sewing hipsters. It doesn't mean we're pretentious. We're just hipsters.
Right. We're hip.
Is it?
To be square.
I like to square up blocks.
Right.
Is that the same thing?
Hip to be squaring up.
Hip to be. Anyway,
we should make music.
Huey
No, we
Lewis
shouldn't.
and the we talked about that.
We
the
did.
Square and a square block was.
Right.
Anyway.
Right.
Oh my gosh. YouTube are simply amazing.
I think she might be saying you too.
Yeah, she's fun.
The two of us.
It's fun.
Anyway, good morning,
back to the Paducah Quilt Show.
It's happening.
It is happening this week. It is from Wednesday through Saturday. So Wednesday the 6th, 27th, 28th, and 29th. Quilt show, Paducah.
Although you don't want to go on Saturday because you want to come here.
You have to be
on
here for
Saturday.
the mystery quilt display and show off and show and tell thing.
Right.
That is going to be its own level of fun.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't have to pay an admission to get in to come do that.
Correct.
And when you're done, you can hang out with us because it is also a 5th Saturday for you loyalty members. 20% off that Saturday. So many
if
things.
you come and watch International Mystery Quilt, you'll get to shop early.
Right.
Anyway.
So I am looking forward to this Paducah thing. We weren't going to go initially, but you've decided we have to go. Mm-hmm. So we're probably going to just get in the car one day, not come to work like we're supposed to, and just go there.
Right.
So instead of leaving the driveway and taking a right, we're going to take a left and head to Kentucky.
Right.
Kentucky. So it'll be a fun time. So if any of you are down there, I'd love to see pictures of what you find down there and what's cool stuff. Well, I'm not going to get there probably till later in the week. So if they're on Wednesday or Thursday, let me know what to look for. Pam says AQS shows are generally better to attend Wednesday to Friday. Okay. Yep.
You know what? I bet because Saturdays they're closing down.
Right.
And they've been selling all week, so they're running out of stuff. There's people who've packed up. I don't know. I don't know if you can pack up early.
I'm pretty sure they won't let you pack up early. Most quilt shows tell you you're here until the end of the event.
But anyway, we are looking forward to seeing vendors. What's a new cool pattern out there that we can
I'm going to look for new, fun, exciting stuff. I mean, I'll look at the quilts, but I know for a fact that when I see them, I'm going to immediately be like, I don't know anything.
Yeah.
I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm a complete novice comparatively.
Yeah.
These are works of art that are going to be fantastically displayed. I look forward to it.
Right. Bonnie, maybe we will see you there.
Oh, maybe. If not, we'll see you here on Saturday. It's so hot.
Yeah, but you didn't want it.
I know. It moved on me like that. That chair just moved on me a little bit. Anyway, so we have that going on this week. You got Paducah to look forward to. Plan on going there if you can. I recommend it. Unlike our normal local quilt shows, these are you have to submit your quilt ahead of time. You have to get approved and accepted to be in these shows. These are absolutely just the quilts of the quilts to go see. Not that local quilt shows aren't fun to go to. Those are always great. It's just really nice to see them from all over the place. And be prepared for huge crowds. I am super ready for it. Because here's the deal. I've been telling everybody, I always thought, I was thinking last year, 22, we were going to be in that whole, all right, it's time to get out and do things again. No.
It was.
No.
It was happening, but it was slow.
Yes, slow.
People are like, oh, maybe not.
This year, no. This year is not that. People are out in force. The World Health Organization actually lifted that whole conversation about 2 weeks ago. So we're no longer under that pandemic conversation any longer.
Right.
So people are out in mass. And I think people are just ready to get back to having fun and not worrying about any of this. And so with the quilt show we went to a couple weeks ago, with all the people that showed up there, which was, by the way, put on very well.
Oh,
Loved
so
the place.
awesome.
The Bits and Pieces Quilt Guild, man, fantastic job. I've said that before, I'll say it again. But the number of people for a little show like that, I say little. I mean, they expected it to be big, but for a local show, that was awesome. For a national show like this, I can only imagine.
Yeah. Well, and the good thing is that this time we will be able to walk around and actually see stuff. We
want to walk around.
Right. We were locked in our booth pretty much.
Yeah, there was no getting out of that booth. We did go, we walked around after we'd set up the first night. We walked around to see a little bit, but we didn't get to see other vendors. And it's really nice to be able to see what else is out there in the industry. It really is. It's nice to get a feel of the pulse of the whole thing.
Right.
So anyway, that'll be fun. Also this week, let's see what we have going on here. Notable things to know and be aware of. 210 Club.
Yes.
That's the paintbrush solids, the paintbrush painter's palette solids.
Right.
Mailbox subscription thing.
That's
There's a lot of
words.
A lot of words. What it is paintbrush solids. We use them. We love them. Best hand in the world. Not in the world, but they're really nice.
I think they're pretty awesome. Yeah.
They are pretty fantastic. They are a great solid. They don't fray near as much. They have a wonderful hand. Anyway, we love them. We use them all the time.
Right.
We are giving you the option and opportunity to be able to have all 210 in your life over the course of 10 months. Long and short of it is you end up with 21 fabrics per month. You can do fat quarters, half yards, full yards. Based on that, you get a price that goes along with that. We can mail them to you. You can come in the store and pick them up. I also get a color card with those, which is going to be great because color cards are great.
Yes, they are.
Also, there is, what's the other part of it? Oh, special pricing on solids for the entire duration.
Yeah. So you like these solids. You need 5 yards of gray to go in this quilt.
Right.
You get a special code that is just for you, exclusive.
Let's go
to
exclusive.
You. And you can go on the website at 3:00 in the morning if you want and order 5 yards of that gray, put in your code, and you're going to get all of your paintbrush solids for that 10-month period for $7.49 a yard.
Which is a fantastic deal.
Yeah, they're $8.99 a yard in the shop. So, great deal for you guys.
If you haven't signed up for that yet, we still have a couple spots left. Go to the website, click on the Paintbrush 210 Club, sign up for your, what you want, and then...
Why didn't you get a bus, Jason?
Let me just stop you right now, Miss Regina. Let's be honest here. Would you really trust this guy driving a busload of people
No, we get
anywhere? Or is she saying that I should hire a bus driver?
Right, you get a bus, and it comes with a driver.
Because I was implied that I should be driving the bus.
No, you couldn't drive the bus. You talk too much.
Exactly. It would be horrifying.
You gotta be back there chit-chatting with the people.
I would. I'd be trying to drive and back with people. It'd be terrible.
Oh my gosh. You'd be looking in the mirror, talking to and I'm like, whoa.
Get a contract bus. Thank you, Karen. I appreciate that.
Oh my gosh. See?
Stop with the bus, guys. First off, this was not planned well enough for me to get a bus before Paducah this week.
Because seriously, I was like,
I was resigned to the fact I wasn't going.
Right. So I said, you know what? We're going on Friday. We're not going to come to work.
I would run out of spots. I'd have people on top. At this point, it looks like I would have people on top of the bus to go. Maybe next year. Let's start planning. Can somebody write this down?
I'm writing it down.
Thank you.
Don't you worry.
Take a note.
Where's it at? Write it on Sadie's board there. Sadie will take care of it.
Sadie, get a bus.
Thank you, Sadie.
Yeah, because it could leave at I don't know, 5 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, something like that.
Well, yeah.
We'd get
and walk
there
right in at 9 o'clock.
At 9, boom.
Oh, it'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Jason could tour guide.
Can I do my senior skip day on that day?
Yeah, you can absolutely
senior skip day can be that day. And that way, Victoria can come with us.
That could be a fun time. Okay.
We'll get extra credit for it.
Oh, you could be the tour guide, yes. So then you would go, and here we are in lovely blah blahville. I don't know.
Would I get a really cool conductor hat and sit at the front of the bus with a little microphone box? And look out to the right side of the bus. You're gonna see another car. Okay, no, that's because it's something.
Don't let him. He will. Don't let him.
Don't make me enjoy myself. Last but not least, on announcements, we do have a mini retreat coming up the 20th, 21st, and 22nd of May.
Correct.
Mini retreat meaning you get to come here, sit and sew, but we're only open you're here for only so many hours. You have to go sleep in your own bed. You cannot sleep under your table.
No.
And do not have sleeping accommodations here.
If you want to bring your toothbrush, fine, but you cannot be staying and then using that.
Once you get out of the building and you sleep wherever you're at, that's up to you.
Right.
You want to camp out in your car? I can't technically stop you.
Yeah, well, no.
But anyway, that's coming up. We have sold out the first initial 8 spots.
I mean, our room is packed at this point. So you know what we did? We're opening up the garage.
We're going to go into the garage. We're going to set some tables up out there.
We only have so many tables.
And
I've been going scrambling for, don't we have a brown table in that other room that maybe we could use?
I was looking at another 8 spots over there.
Yeah.
And right now I've got about 5 left of those. So if you're interested in that, you can sign up on the website or give us a call. We'll get you signed up for that. Saturday would be the 20th. It's going to be from 2 p.m. till 10 p.m. to bring your project to work on. Then you come back Sunday morning. You're here from 8 a.m. till 10 p.m. I say you're here. You have that time frame.
Doors are open for you during that time.
Lunch is provided on Sunday. Okay.
And then you get to pick your lunch. No, we don't say everybody gets a turkey sandwich and you get peanut butter sandwich. I don't know. We order from the Abbey. You get a menu. You tell me what you want. And it's awesome.
And then Monday is from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Also, again, lunch provided. So 3 days, good time, sit down, hang out, meet people, do the quilty thing in the comfort of a locally located quilt shop.
You get to shop in the shop when we are closed.
By the way. Anyway, check that out.
It's going to be fun.
So that's that. I think we had a lot of fun conversation there, but I don't want to run out of time on this conversation because I feel this conversation could get carried away.
A little
and
heated.
Also would like to let you guys know that you're out there watching. Comment along. I'm going to watch the comments in this. I want your feedback as we discuss these things. All right.
Okay.
So we're talking fabric and your favorite fabrics out there right now.
Right.
Who's your favorite company?
Right.
Now, a lot of times people like to know what makes it a good quality fabric.
Right.
Okay. It's really hard to peg down a perfect answer for that.
It makes me want to go to like Fiber Arts College.
Right.
And because I want to or I want to go to where the fabric is made.
I think that'd be more fun.
And see it made at 5 different places.
Pick up
and
a
then
piece of cotton and go, what is this?
This is different in some way. And they can go, oh, right. It is got blah, 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 fibers, something.
Fibers per cubic centimeter squared.
Right.
Times
They give
3
me some kind of
2.
information. I don't feel like there's great information.
What did you say? Bifocals? What is she saying? Oh, she's measuring by some weird random. I don't know what's happening.
Right,
anyway.
By by how many toasted raviolis you can.
Yeah, you're measuring by toasted ravioli.
Step on top of each other.
This cotton is exactly 2 raviolis decent, whereas this one is only half a ravioli. I don't care for the 2 raviolis at least. No, there's no buzz. Stop it. Look what you've done, Regina. Next year. We'll talk next year. Anyway. So.
Well, we got to go and see if it's any good.
Yeah, we got to go do the
Maybe it's not even any good.
I don't want to go there and be like, hey guys, let's all go. And we all get there and it's terrible. Then it's my fault. No, I can't. I got to do the right thing. I got to go check it out.
We've never, ever been to the quilt show in Paducah. So we're going to go.
So, but what I've come up with as far as when it comes to quality cotton, quality quilting cottons, a couple things. Number one, a lot of it bases off of feel, the hand, how it feels. And that really is determined by thread count. Most thread counts for quilting cottons are anywhere from about 70 threads to 200, kind of in that range. Anything more than that, it's almost too dense for quilting, and that's not going to work out real well. So like your 800 count Egyptian fiber bed sheets, those aren't really intended for quilting. Can you use it? Sure. That's not what it's used for. But it feels fantastic because of all the fibers in there. Super smooth. So, if it has a really nice smooth feel hand to it, then you're probably in a good way of quality cotton. If it is crunchy, you've felt these before. You get those oversized, like sizing materials, and they're kind of almost crunchy. It really shouldn't come off the bolt that way. Like, that's kind of sketchy.
So it's thread count, and also each individual company has their own way of finishing.
Correct.
They're different, and some have a 2-step finishing process, and some have multiple steps of finishing processes that give it a different, where they add in things that are going to make it so that it doesn't shrink, or that it doesn't color fade, or it doesn't whatever. So they put color fast, is what I mean.
Right.
So those finishing techniques, of course, you think about it, right? Anytime you have to do another process, that's going to add a cost, right? So each of those makes it feel better, last longer, do all of those things that we like, but then, of course, increases the price. But that's just how it goes.
So again, sometimes price does equate to better quality. More often than not, it kind of does. Also, if you're walking into a quilt shop, there is a very high probability anything you pick up in that shop is going to be a higher quality quilting cotton. I say high probability. It doesn't always work out that way, but I'm going to tell you this. It should most likely be a better quality than if you walk into a large box store and pick up something that's $4 a yard.
Right.
There is a difference. Quilt shops actually get the higher end quality stuff. That's usually what they're sold. That's what they're looking for. That's what I want to sell my customers.
Right.
So it doesn't always mean it's always the best, but it's usually much better than what you get for a cheaper price at a large box. So, depending on where you shop, that's what you go and look for as far as quality. And price really kind of help you determine that a little bit.
Mhm.
There's because they don't put on the boxes how many fibers there
Right.
are, what your thread count is.
So
Doesn't
this
give you
one's
that.
good, this one's not good. Like they don't they don't tell you.
No,
And I wish they would say
I'm the best.
this is the gray goods are blah. And
Right.
then we could all talk about the same thing. We could say, oh, you
Apples
really
to
want to
apples.
stay gray goods that are at least such and such, right? But we don't have that information. And then they could also list on there, we have 5 finishing processes. First one, but where are they going to put all this information anyway?
Right.
But they could give it to me and I would tell you.
Right.
But this is not what we have currently.
It is not currently, and even if some companies do put any information on there, not all of them do. Some of them give us bolts that have about a barcode on them, and that's about it.
Right.
If we're lucky to get that. So, yeah, you're right, Jody. You can always read the bolt wording, but it doesn't always give you information there, unfortunately. So, I think it's because we don't actually ingest the fabrics.
Right.
So they
There's
don't have
not
to
as much.
disclose all this fine
Exactly.
information
They don't
about
have
it.
to give us as much detail. We need to get California involved. They'll make everyone make lots
Let's not.
more information
So many labels
available.
and stickers I'd have to put on everything. Look, I love you guys out west, but sometimes I can't. There's so many stickers.
Oh, there's
so many
stickers. Everything.
The
It
other
could hurt
thing
you.
that I did read across too is you also want to stick in that 100% cotton way. Sometimes people get fabrics that have polyester in them.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I didn't realize this. Well, I never thought of it. You can do the burn test with a piece of fabric.
Mhm.
If you put a fire to a piece of material
Mhm.
and it burns black smoke, there's poly inside of that,
Mhm.
polyester. The oil burning off. Sorry, pardon me.
Right.
So that's black smoke, that's poly in there. That means it's, not 100% cotton, which could be a problem if you're making sleepwear for sure, because polyester does more of a melty thing than a slow burn kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
If it's 100% cotton, you take a fire to it, match, lighter, what have you, you'll get some white smoke and it actually burn and then more turn to ash and not melt away. That's 100% cotton. So
Mm-hmm.
if you want to give it a real test to see what it is, don't do that in the store.
No.
Don't come in my store and grab a bolt, put a lighter to it. I'm gonna have a real problem with that.
Yeah,
Please don't
you
do
think? Oh my gosh.
that. Anyway, so that's just kind of
I
what
just feel that I really wish there was more information so that I could speak a little more
Intelligently
about it.
It is a tough place to be sometimes.
Because I really want to go, this one's good.
Yeah.
Also, it has been a real problem for me lately because I order from companies, I get stuff from them for many years now, and now things feel different.
Yeah.
Why? What is happening? And I can't go and figure it out. I can't figure it out.
It happens. I know. It's a big mystery.
Upsetting.
That's okay. We keep buying our good quality stuff from the people we know.
Mhm.
And until we figure out a better way to deal with it, then we will at that point. Until then, we have our favorites. Also, Vicky says you could put a tiny piece in the microwave. Yes, you could. If it melts to the microwave table, it was probably polyester. I don't use that. It shouldn't do that. All right. So, also, I want to put a disclaimer out there. When it comes to fabric choice, use whatever you want. Whatever I'm telling you, whatever our choices are today, does not mean that it's an end-all, be-all. We're not judging your choices and your decisions.
No.
You use what makes you happy.
Yes.
Depending on the project you're working on, that's what you're going to use because you know it's going to put on a wall and nobody's going to care about it, or you're putting it in a Paducah show. I don't care what you use, it's fine. Use what makes you happy. Even if it's this like $3,000 piece of Tula collector fabric. I don't know how you would first buy that. Two, why would you cut it up? Like, put that in a frame. Like, that's insanity.
Yeah, but you could use a tiny piece and that goes in your quilt, and then you have this piece left to just look at. Anyway.
Again, all that said, don't be afraid to try new brands to find out if there's new ones out there that you might enjoy more. Okay, so let's see here. What do I got for notes and conversational piece? So as far as favorite fabrics are concerned, we have so many different ones.
Right.
And yesterday, well, actually last night, about 7, 8 o'clock, I put in the Quilters Collective a poll.
Right.
I wanted to know what your guys' favorite fabric
So it was a little
lines
late.
were.
We didn't.
It was late.
We
I
didn't think of it until later.
I was like, I should have asked the collective. I mean,
Right.
really, it was one of those oh my gosh moments.
Mm-hmm.
I should have given you a week to answer them.
Right.
But it was enough time, I think. I got about 70 or so votes. A lot of
Nice.
people voted. So
Right.
I have your guys' votes on that. Again, just
Very
kind of
cool.
what everybody. It actually didn't go the way I thought it would.
Yeah?
I really was expecting it to go a different count as far as who people were voting for. So I'll show you those in a second. Not show you anything, I'll tell you about them. As far as favorites, okay? You get to tell them first your personal selection. If the world were to come down to you have to pick 5 fabric companies. You get 5.
Okay.
That's it. In ascending order or descending order. From number 5, which would be your if you had to, I could cut number 5.
Maybe give it to you number 1 first.
It doesn't matter. You're gonna go whichever way. You got it right there. You got the cheat sheet right there.
Cheat then.
So from number 5, so if they're like, okay, we got to cut one more off. Number 5's gone. Then number 4, and now you're left with number 1.
Oh, then I got to mix up the order.
Then you do what you got to do. So what's your number 5 of your favoriteest ones?
Northcott.
Northcott's number 5. Okay, so like, why?
I love.
What do you like about Northcott?
So maybe it's more from the fabric shop owner standpoint.
Okay.
Their collections are not huge. Okay,
Right.
There's not 40 prints in the line.
It's an interesting view to have of that, actually.
It makes it so that these all work together. Okay, sometimes I feel like when there's a 40-piece collection, there's about 10 of them that are duds.
Okay.
That are okay, but you're going to use an eighth of a yard because you're going to put.
Because it's got this little tiny chevron thing happening in there.
Gold color. Right. And so there's a few of them in there that are just going to be okay. And yes, but those are going to be the ones that are left over when everything else is, that large floral print that everybody put on the border is gone tomorrow. And I'm left with these. I don't feel that happens so much with Northcott.
Okay.
Because the collection is at a good size, but I can add in blenders. I can add in things to make it be a larger collection.
Okay.
And they're not tiny collections. They're not like 5 pieces, but they're...
Right. No, there's some depth to it, but not 40 bolts of crazy depth.
And every time that they come with something else in Northcott, I'm like, oh, man, I love that too.
Right.
So they just do a great job with... novelty. And here's the one thing about Northcott. I don't know who designs any of it. Some of the others I have picked because I love a designer within that
of that line,
right?
That company, yeah.
There are some like I would go, oh yeah, that's right, they do design for Northcott, but like I don't go, I have to have this because this person designs for them. It's just that everything that they do, I feel, is pretty awesome. I mean. Okay. So anyway,
that's fair enough.
So
I like it.
So Northcott's at number 5.
Okay, I'm going to change this up a little bit as you go because I want to have record documented proof in case I'm ever asked.
Yeah. Okay. So then number 4 would be paintbrush solids exclusively. I mean, yeah, they have other things, and paintbrush is fine.
Right.
But I love their solids. We already know this, right? Yeah. But and if all of a sudden things past this list are falling off, I sure don't want those.
Right, it's nice to keep those. Right.
Because I need those.
Like them. Okay. And it's got a great hand. Like the hand for those are like, and not just their solids. Like we have stuff from other lines of theirs, and they still have that same really nice hand to it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The plumpness of the hand on the paintbrush solids. It's not thin. And anyway,
there's just some body to it. Yeah. Because they're on my list, too. I'll tell you my list in a little bit here. But
then number 3.
Number 3.
Would be Banyan Batiks.
Okay.
So I love batiks.
Batiks.
I love them. And Hoffman Batiks are great, too. But if I had to pick one, I'm picking Banyan Batiks. So they are a division of Northcott, but hey, anyway,
They are a division of, but they're also...
their own separate thing.
So... and I didn't specify any of that necessarily.
Right. So Banyan Batiks, and the reason that I like them, I just like batiks. They are a different weave than your other quilting cottons. The dye is all the way through them. They're heavily dyed saturated, so the color is going to be magnificent.
Right.
They're easy to work with. A lot of times I don't even starch batiks.
Yeah, you really have to. Because they're so... tightly woven.
They're tightly woven. They don't shift as much anyway. And it depends. If I'm doing tiny stuff and I need, and I'm doing a lot of triangles, a lot of bias, this and that, maybe I would. But for the most part, I have starched batiks, and then I've not starched batiks. I find that they work well either way.
Yeah, which is nice. And I think the important part is the two-sided part of that.
Yeah.
There's no right or wrong side.
Right. No right or wrong side for 98% of batiks. Yes, once in a while you're like, oh man, I think I'm using the wrong side.
Because am I? I don't really know.
Anyway, and then number 2 is Free Spirit.
But specifically,
I love Tim Holtz fabric.
yes.
So if he then starts designing for somebody else tomorrow and I've kept Free Spirit and he's designing over here, I don't know what I'm going to do.
Well,
anyway.
as long as he's within one of the top 5, because we're obviously getting rid of all the other ones. So
right.
fine.
Yeah, no.
There'll be a lot of people shifting to those top 5. Anyway.
Right. So I love Free Spirit fabric. I do love Tula fabric. There are definitely things now that have changed as far as what I sell in the shop versus what I actually love. I love Cave fabric.
Yeah.
Cave Facet. His collections are huge, and it doesn't make sense for me to carry 85 bolts.
That part of it makes it tough. That's a lot.
Of very large, very loud fabrics when that is not all of my customers, right? And so, like I just said about Northcott, I like that they have a collection that's not 50 pieces, when you're talking about Cafe and it's 80. I like, so sometimes we've gone a colorway. Anyway, I'm talking about my personal feelings today more than
personally. This is nothing to do with anybody.
How I run my shop because I love Free Spirit fabric. I don't get a lot of it.
Right.
We have some Tula, we have some Cave. We get every Tim Holtz. If there's new Tim Holtz, they need to call me because
if there
it's
isn't
going to
Tim
be
Holtz in the store. Something's wrong.
We are getting a new designer from Free Spirit. This is his first collection. Oh my gosh, his name is Seth.
What?
I can't figure out.
How do I not know this? Oh, I wasn't sitting in there when Mark was here last.
No, it's not from Mark.
It's not Mark?
This is, Free Spirit is anyway.
Anyway.
It's Kim.
Son of a gun, really? I have to look.
His new collection is called Storyboard.
Really? I'm going to look it up. Hold on.
It's his first collection.
I'm going to find it.
Yes, please tell me because just go to freespirit.com.
You what now? What?
Also, have you guys ever seen Morris and Co. by Free Spirit?
Have you seen Morris
because
and Co?
Free Spirit
after it's called Storyboard.
Yes, and it's coming in August.
August.
Yes. Not a huge collection. Go out there, look it up.
Yeah,
see what you
do
think.
it. Go look at it.
It's so cool. It is very Tim Holtz-esque. It's got words. It's got layers of things.
Okay.
So.
Oh my gosh! Look at these. Oh my. Okay, I'm gonna put a link in the comments. No, it's okay. I'm gonna put a link in the comments for you guys.
Oh.
Because wow, I love that. I mean that.
So those
that's
are
provisions
because they're saying that a lot of the Tim Holtz fabrics will coordinate with.
Okay, here, hold on, guys.
So just grab one and post it so they can see.
You can see it.
It's really cool.
I'm posting it in the YouTubes.
So.
And I'm posting it in the Facebooks.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Boy, that's pretty. You're gonna like that stuff. If you are a fan of Tim Holtz, you are going to like that. I can tell you that right now. I like it. I'm looking at it. I love it. It's cool.
Every time this fabric rep comes, she shows me Free Spirit. There are a lot of designers within Free Spirit that are very modern. Very bold, very, like the colors are just more than what some people want. A lot of people still like the traditional fabrics, small print floral, muted color, things like that. And they want the colors that are now.
Right.
But they don't necessarily want it to be so over the top. And I feel like Free Spirit a lot of times is not in everyone's wheelhouse. Okay, so, but it is my number 2.
Okay, fair enough. And number 1 for you, your favorite is?
Art Gallery.
Please. Art Gallery. I knew it was going to be Art Gallery. I didn't even have to guess at that one.
Yeah.
I had to let her tell me, though.
So Art Gallery is my absolute favorite. It is number 1. if we have to get rid of everyone else, at least I still have art gallery. This is how I feel.
That hand,
So
oh my
their
goodness of it.
tagline is feel the difference.
Right.
And you should just walk in, come on, touch it. It's so amazing. And there hasn't been a collection from art gallery that feels different than older. Like it is the same.
Right.
The quality is the same always. Their blenders, their solids are the same. And every line is the same.
I think their color selection.
Their color selection is modern, and it is a little bit different. It is on trend. That's the term.
Is that the term?
Mm-hmm.
It's on trend. Okay, that sounds fancy.
Those on trend colors.
I don't think I'm ready for such terminology.
That's like this year's color of the year. The Pantone color of the year is blah. They're going, cool. We're embracing that. And what goes with that? Let's look at the color wheel. What's across from it? And it's amazing. It's funny to me that we don't sell that much art gallery. We sell. We have quite a bit.
We do.
It does not fly out of here. I'll get a Northcott line in, and I'll show it, and I'll make a sample, and it's in, out, done. Maybe
enough
those
of you aren't coming in
trend,
and cuddling the art gallery.
And it could be that it's this on trend. On trend means like the next trend, right? It's like this is what's coming. So sometimes people aren't ready for that, right?
Gotcha.
They're like, I wouldn't have put that rusty color in there. I wouldn't have used that mustard gold.
Right.
So that's a little bit different for me. So I'm going to stay over here in the things that I'm more comfortable in.
Oh,
Jackie.
Good question, Jackie.
I'm so glad you asked.
By the way,
we have some Alexander Henry coming this week.
On the way.
So one thing about Alexander Henry is they do not sell collections. They sell, we think these three are cool. They kind of go together.
Even more to that end, when Mark showed us their things, it's literally, there's these fabrics, they kind of coordinate. And if they don't get enough interest in any of those, they don't even bother with it.
They don't print it.
So I can order it, but if I'm the only one that ordered it, they don't print it. It's not happening. So like we can order stuff and there's no guarantee it's gonna happen.
Right.
It may or may not.
Yeah. So
Love it.
we ordered a handful of things, all of which I'm gonna have to take this bolt around and find blenders
Coordinates and stuff, yeah.
Coordinating. How can I make that like be the coolest thing? Because they really are. They're just
unique.
Super cool.
And so I think we've got 6 bolts coming. Because again, we had never gotten Alexander Henry before. This is going to be a first. Okay, so I remember Mark talking about the gas leads. They're very much a cold following thing that's happening. I don't know that we got any of those.
So, by the way,
we got 3 that I believe were Christmas in theme, and I think 3 of them were Halloween-ish in theme.
I don't remember.
Couldn't tell you off the paperwork we got that told us what was shipping.
Don't remember.
Because there's no lookbook for them. I don't know.
Right. And it is written on there as, 042 dash.
It's coming. Okay.
Anyway, it's fun to work here because we order stuff and then we're all excited about it. And then we don't see it for 6 months. So then when stuff shows up, we're like, oh, it's like Christmas. We don't even remember. Sometimes.
So anyway, follow us for that, obviously, because we're going to have some of that and you can see what we got and maybe you need it in your life.
We ordered some Riley Blake this week. Love it. Hoffman. Love what's coming from Hoffman. All this is coming later in the year.
Right.
And hopefully I remember what we're doing with it.
Oops. Oh, goodness gracious. All right.
Anyway.
So, do we care about what my 5 favorites are?
Do you guys care?
Do you care what my favorite? In the meantime, I'll tell you what Victoria's 5 favorites are in particular order.
Yes.
Her 5, going from 5 to number 1, if one had to leave, it would be that in order. She just does not like, I'm kidding. The look,
see her face.
The look was terrible. I'm kidding.
Okay.
So, from number 5 moving forward, number 5 is paintbrush. Of course. Why not? Number 4, Riley Blake.
Right.
Good luck. I mean,
I had Riley Blake on too, and then I was like, oh, but.
I know.
I love Jay Wicker Frisch. She's one of my favorite designers. She designs for Riley Blake. It's so, everything that she does. They don't even have to tell me it's from her. I know it's her, and I love it.
She has a feel. She has a style.
Oh, yeah, my coffee fabric.
Oh yeah,
That
back
was
there
Jay
for
with
sure.
the fish, so.
Absolutely. Victoria's number 3, Banyan Boutiques. Number 2, Art Gallery. And last but absolutely not least, Free Spirit.
Specifically Tim Holtz.
Specifically Tim Holtz. I'm seeing a theme here because I'm looking at your selections and her selections and what mine are about to be. We're pretty much, all kind of in par here, but that's okay.
It's almost like we're related.
It's like we're related
weird.
or something.
You got it, Jenny. Also, good luck with selling the house. House viewing this morning. Ooh, fun. All right, so my number 5s. I don't think anybody really wants mine.
They didn't say it. Nobody was like,
"Mm,
no.
Nobody cares. Shut up,
Yes.
Jason. Just get off the TV. Click. Anyway, so here we go. So I chose number 5 to be a paintbrush. I'll tell you why, though. Not because of the hand, but as I was looking through things last night, what I did find is that there are companies out there that kind of keep track of trends as far as what fabric companies are doing what. And one of the fabric companies that was put on a kind of watch list as far as like up and coming, be aware of them, is Fabric Quilt.
Yeah,
which is the parent company of Paintbrush.
Right.
Basically what it's saying is that they're a great company and they're worth keeping an eye on, if not, paying more attention to. So if you're not already doing that, by all means.
Right.
My number 4, Art Gallery. Again, I love the hand. I love the colorways they have to choose from. They're very nice. But it's only number 4 for me because, there's better. I'm going with this one. Free Spirit. I love Free Spirit. I love the color, the options, the choices.
He is bold, bright.
The modern people that design for Free Spirit, like I like all of them. Now, I could never own all of them here in the shop because, let's be honest, I don't think a lot of them would sell. But if I could just have smidgen pieces of each of them, I'd be okay with that.
Right.
Northcott, number 2. I just like Northcott. Like their novelty prints, not so much from your standpoint where you're looking at smaller lines, make them easier to make sense of. I just like their prints that they come up with. I believe Deborah Edwards is kind of one of their bigger ones that we usually end up with in store. I love her designs. She does an amazing job with them. And the fabric is fantastic, by the way.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I've put a few things together using their stuff, and I like their stuff. It's nice. It doesn't fray a whole lot. Works well. And last but not least, boutiques. They could be any boutique line, really. Any. But primarily,
you have to pick one.
If I have to pick one, I was torn between Banyan and Majestic or Anthology because I love the colors that Anthology uses.
3 different ones, yeah.
I know there's 3 different ones. Like I don't know. I love the colors on those guys, but I also really like the Banyan boutiques. But I also love Hoffman because the 1895s.
Yeah,
like
Hoffman's 1895s are amazing.
The fact that you can get a blendery boutique
that they redo,
that we reprint,
all the time.
It was a hard call. It's a very hard decision. I put down Banyan boutiques, but frankly, it really could go any direction.
We talked with our Hoffman rep this week about could we, how could we bring in all the Hoffman solid-ish boutiques. That's their 1895s. They do not cost $18.95. Like at first I was like, $18.95? What? No.
It's expensive.
What? No, that's that it's just called their 1895 collection. I don't know. They just named it that. But there's over 300. And I'm like, oh, that needs a whole room.
I would love to have all of those in my life.
I have to say though, there's about 12 golden browns that are real close to each other that I'm like, I could deal with 3 of those. I don't need every one.
I'm fine with that.
Anyway.
Bring them all on.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, if we were to do that, let's just say in ration, like how much space would we need? Paintbrush takes up 3 full units of fabric. That's for 210.
Right.
So and some of them are even on the floor.
Right.
Like they can't even fit on the shelf.
Right.
We're talking 320. I would need that entire wall. And I'm okay with this. You may not be.
I mean, I want other stuff too, so.
All right. Well, that's all right. So those were my choices. Those are my favorites and my whys to all that. But let me talk to you guys about what you all decided were your favorites. Are you ready to guess them? Okay, I'm going to have you guess.
So I bet.
I can't let her see the list. Secretive. Oh, you see that right there? Still, number 1. That's your guess. All right, I'll go to the list here.
Okay.
Now, I put the list out last night, and it was an add your own take away your own, things like that. And then you could vote as many of the options as you wanted. There was no had to pick just one. Some people did multiple, some just did one. No right or wrong, just kind of curious. So top votes I had 74 votes as of 9 o'clock this morning, and that's where we stopped. Well, I stopped because I had to get ready. But of the 74 votes.
So I bet that Moda was at the top. I bet that Riley
so
Blake was at the top. I don't know. I'm thinking here.
You don't have to guess.
Okay.
So you're saying Moda and then Riley Blake. So Moda was number 2, which surprised me because I actually really like Moda, but I really like their Kansas Troubles. I love a lot of their prints and stuff that they have. I didn't have them on my top 5. Does not make me a monster? I don't know. Probably not.
Right, no.
But they were number 2 with 11 votes. Riley Blake was number 1. Ran away with 23 votes.
Oh my gosh. That makes me feel like I should have ordered more the other day.
I know. When I saw that, I'm like, they're all saying Riley Blake. Like, everybody's saying Riley Blake. Well, what are you going to do?
I mean, and I'd love to find out from you guys, is it because of a specific designer? Is it that you like, I mean, is it that you like just about anything from them?
Right.
A lot of times, if you are a Lori Holt fan, you are saying Riley Blake, but all you're ever going to buy is anything that's Lori Holt. You don't really care about the rest of it. And this is the same. Some people will say Free Spirit because they love Tim Holtz, right?
Right.
That's what we just did. So, yeah, let me know that. If it was Riley Blake, but because and only because.
Yeah, what are your reasons for
it? Or is it, no, I like Lori Holt, but I also buy from their other collections too.
Right.
So.
Nice. Let's see here. So, give me another vote. What's another line that you're thinking here that would be on the list? What do you think was their favorites? Come on now. There's a timer. Somebody a timer.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm good. I guess the 2 that I would have guessed, and I was right. What about Andover?
So Andover was commented as being a favorite. So I have 1 vote for Andover. So they were mentioned, and they did get a vote, which was great. Everybody that I had on the list got a vote. There were some I did not have on the list, such as I saw Tilda today in the comments.
Yeah.
Pam mentioned Tilda. I didn't have that out there. So I didn't get any real feedback on that because, again, with so many to choose from, it's a hard, who's what.
Right.
All right. So Andover, yep, that was a 1 vote sort of situation.
So that isn't up at the top.
It is not, nor is Maywood Studios. Maywood Studios got 1 vote.
So Andover does all of the Editas, so that's why I thought it would be higher up there.
And because those
Laundry Basket,
they come in,
and all
away.
Of the all of those kind of small print. Oh, so like Henry Glass does Kim Deal.
Yes.
So I would bet. Did we have Henry Glass as an option? Or?
I put Free Spirit in there. Kind of covers.
Does not cover Henry Glass.
Spirit. Henry Glass was not listed on here. I didn't list Henry Glass. I apologize for that, guys. That's my bad.
So yeah, and there's other things like Blank does an awesome job with panels kid stuff. And so like there's a reason that I like this or that or the other. But Henry Glass does Kim Deal, which is kind of your traditional, your darker colors, your those kind of things. And I would bet that those would make the list if that was on the list. But,
it was so hard to come up with all of them.
But also a lot of times people don't realize that Kim Deal is Henry Glass. Like, you know what I mean? So they'll not see Kim Deal listed. I don't know who she makes it for, but whatever.
Right.
Same with like Edita. Who does she make for? Laundry Basket, which is of Andover.
Right.
Like we know a lot more as far as who I have to order from to get that specific thing. You maybe don't have that information.
May not.
So did Free Spirit make it?
It did. Free Spirit ended up number 4. Actually, it was tied 4th, 5th with Art Gallery.
Okay.
So that's 7 votes apiece for each of those, which is nice. I would have expected that.
Yeah.
Maywood Studios showed up on there as a single vote, which was fine. If you don't know Maywood Studios, the Opalescence line was from Maywood Studios. That's that shimmery line that doesn't have, it's not metallic, it's just an almost iridescent type thing going on.
Right.
This Illinois All-State Shop Hop fabric was from Maywood Studios, and I believe they're doing this year's as well.
Too, right.
So they've got some really nice stuff.
Yeah.
If you haven't ever checked them out or don't know anything about Maywood.
But a small, they don't have 2,000 different designs. Like,
No, they're
sometimes
not
when I
massive
see a
designer-wise.
rep, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's going to be a long day because they come with so many collections,
Right.
you know, where Maywood has a smaller. And did you put in the beginning the Jason Yenter?
Oh, for the love.
Plan?
No, there's
Anyway,
just so many.
see?
I
And
forgot
nobody's
about
going to have
Jason
all this
Yenter.
fabric. Nobody's going to have everything.
It's hard to have all of them.
I mean, I'd like to, though. Can
A
we have
couple
all of it?
honorable mentions on the list that we had. Liberty Fabrics had a couple people vote for those.
Mhm.
Again, it's a bit of a pricey line of fabric.
Mhm.
I think Deborah had said that in her comment on that post.
Right.
Was that loves them. It's a little expensive, but it's wonderful to work with.
Yes.
So
So
that's always worth
and I
mentioning.
talked with my Riley Blake rep because I wanted to make sure that I understood. So Riley Blake distributes Liberty's quilting cotton that comes to the United States.
Exclusive
They're
distributor.
the only
for it.
distributor, but they only distribute their quilting cottons. They do not distribute their lawn. And lawn is a different weave. It reminds
It's
me
a higher
similar.
thread count is what it is.
Reminds me similarly of batiks.
Mhm.
That it just has a different, it's
It's
like
very smooth, very nice.
so. And lawn fabric, double the price.
Absolutely. Also remember that lawn fabric isn't with that higher thread count,
Mhm.
isn't necessarily ideal for quilting fabrics. So
Right. A lot of
great
times
for
using
clothing.
right,
It's got a
clothing.
nice drape to it. So like
Mhm.
if you're making shirts, dresses, any of that stuff, it's great for that.
Mhm, mhm.
Not so much for the quilting. Not that you couldn't,
Right.
but
And
that's
people
where
do,
that,
and that's-
that
yeah.
lawn comes from. That's what it's for. That's because I had to do some search on that to figure out what lawn is.
Right.
Lawn is distributed by other distributors in the United
Right.
States, but
Right.
quilting cottons for Liberty are specifically and exclusively from Riley Blake. So
Right.
if you buy Riley Blake Liberty fabrics,
That
they
is
are
true
Liberty of
Liberty
London
of
fabrics.
London fabrics.
It's just
Yes.
from their quilting cotton line, which is also why, because it's quilting cotton, it's not a high thread count. It's not $40 a yard.
Right, but it is
Why
$16
am I
a yard.
I'm
I
so
don't know.
over this.
Anyway,
Another mentions, Wilmington was mentioned, voted for. Hoffman got a couple of votes.
nice.
I love Hoffman.
Yes.
Northcott got some votes. Banyan got some votes. And number 3, which you didn't guess, paintbrush.
Oh, nice.
Paintbrush.
Really? My
Mhm.
friends out there said paintbrush.
I love
number
paintbrush.
3.
Yeah,
nice.
absolutely.
Very, very cool.
Yep, it is. And it's a very hard thing to choose who you like, who you want to get rid of, who would keep,
I have to
all that
say,
stuff.
you know what? It is really tough to come into the industry and have to be up against the big guys.
Oh,
right?
I couldn't imagine. That'd be a tough
And
go.
you are making a solid product. Everybody has solids. Other people have been doing it way longer than us.
Right,
Let's see if we can get, into this market at all.
right.
With this product that they have, it's amazing. It's just a beautiful solids. So hard to go up against those Kona, Moda people have been using them forever and ever.
And they got a name and they are known.
Right.
And when you aren't known, it's tough to get in there.
That's right.
But like I said, the paintbrush ones, they're really putting a name out there for themselves. Fabric-Quilt's really
Mhm.
getting out there. So
Mhm.
I'm excited that we carry the whole paintbrush solids line.
Yes. Yep.
If you aren't familiar with them, get in here and figure them out.
And hey, if you want all 210 and a nice, easy to digest,
Please don't eat them
you know what I mean.
to
No,
handle,
I'm
to
not
work
talking-
with.
no, I'm
Oh,
not
you can't,
talking
you
about-
can't stop because we still have to do this. We still have to get rid of one.
Oh my gosh.
It's going to be so much fun.
Okay, so we were listening to the radio the other day, and they were like, it was music stuff.
Music.
If you have, here's these 2 bands, you have to get one of them. They never existed.
Right. So the one that got me, I'm like, no, I couldn't. I'd have to banish Leonard Skinner or Creedence Clearwater. Which one would you get rid of? One's got to go. Which one do you pick?
CCR,
I
Leonard
said-
Skinner. That's better.
I banished myself. I
mhm.
cannot do that to the world. I will not take that responsibility.
Go ahead, get rid of Skinner.
I think I ended
I
up leaning that
really
way.
do not want to. Never mind.
We're not talking music right now, though.
Okay.
But that you see where this is going.
Right. So
You
then
have
I
one,
said,
you gotta
I
get
said,
rid of
what
one,
if we
then
did
what?
this? What if we did this with like quilting stuff? Like you can either have a rotary cutter or a seam ripper.
Oh, what are you doing?
Which one do
That's
you
not
get
what
rid
I
of?
wrote here. No, those are 2 different things.
Oh,
It's
okay.
rotary cutter or scissors.
Oh.
One has to go. One
Oh,
has
so
to
I
go.
can never ever use scissors?
Scissors still exist in the world for all the other things, but you
Right.
cannot use it in the quilting world. Rotary cutter,
Yeah,
Remember
I'm
that?
getting rid of the scissors.
Really?
Yeah, I'll walk around with a rotary cutter to my threads.
I don't know about that.
I will.
So
I will.
I've been on the fence about this because like I use my pocket knife for cutting all kinds of things.
Right.
But there are times that I have to use scissors because
Okay, so now you can't use a rotary cutter.
I know. And oh golly, good God.
Also, if you get rid of it, then your wife doesn't have a rotary cutter anymore.
But if it never existed, you wouldn't know. But one of them has to go.
We wouldn't be quilting. I cannot cut straight with a pair of scissors.
Man,
no
I think
way.
I'd have to get rid of the scissors. I'd have to get rid of the rotary cutter. I would have to go with scissors. I think that I could make, because you got to figure, we worked for years.
I don't care.
For years without rotary cutters.
Nope.
It wasn't until 1980.
Not doing it. I will not have a pair of scissors ever again. I will take the rotary cutter and I would.
You can't do that. Yes. There's no way.
That would be way easier because
I still have a cutting.
More versatile.
I still have a cutting device.
Oh, you don't. How? No. You can't.
You're really going to get rid of a rotary cutter?
Yes.
What?
I'm going back to scissors. We're going back the old way. We're going scissors the whole time. I couldn't imagine. Couldn't imagine without scissors. I feel like, because like, what if you're working on and you need to cut it free? You're going to put that in by the needle? That seems insane.
I got a thread cutter still, don't I?
Oh, man.
If I got a thread cutter button, I don't need scissors.
This is a fact.
If I have a thread cutter dealy bob on the side, even if I don't have a button, because, you know, all of them have a little scissors button, right? So that's now gone. Okay.
Yeah,
I
the
can
scissors
still,
no longer there.
I can still pull it out and cut it on the little Dewey, you know.
Gina would buy the design and color and would go with scissors. What? Okay, there you go. So wait, you're getting rid of the scissors or you're keeping the scissors? I guess I should have been a little more specific on that. I think she's keeping the scissors. That's fine. See, this is the smart decision.
No, it's
Keep
not.
the scissors.
Keep the rotary. Okay, what else? What else we got?
Because you could rip them. You could still rip your fabric if you had to and clean them up. I don't know. I was really hoping for a little bit more input from the masses out there because we've kind of gone over our time frame a little bit. So she wants to keep them. All right.
Okay, fine.
We're going to think about more of these. If you have an either or, Pam is still keeping CCR.
Me too.
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. So for quilting, I get rid of scissors. Why? That's insanity.
She learned with scissors, and she's still tossing them because you don't know. Listen, you know what he does? He quilts. He doesn't actually piece a lot.
I don't care for piecing. We all know this.
So then you don't use a rotary cutter all the time.
Okay, but I'm the same way. I quilt all the time and only quilt all the time. And I still would prefer to have a rotary cutter.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I hate piecing.
I feel like I've suddenly become
Christy
the
is
minority.
getting rid of CCR.
Eileen's keeping CCR. Look, guys, this is, I told you today was going to be controversial. I'm sorry it waited till the end of the day to become that.
We should have started this way. We didn't even need to talk about all the other nonsense,
It was
right?
a whole debate
Anyway.
because really, man, I don't know. Team Scissors, we got this.
Wrong. Out.
Got it. Man, keep rotary. No, Christy, what are you doing?
Pam's keeping both.
No, it's like, take them. I dare you to come take them from me. Okay,
Right.
fine. All right. We'll try some of these again another time just because we run out of time. But don't forget to come and see us today. It's going to be beautiful. A little bit chilly outside. Come inside.
Yeah.
Get warm, get cozy, buy some fabric, all that stuff.
Uh-huh.
Get rid of CCR. My husband would get rid of me.
Yeah.
Oof, that's a tough crowd.
Yep.
Tough crowd. I get it.
I understand.
All right, guys. Don't forget Monday, flash sale. Not flash sale, end of bolt.
Oh, right.
Monday, end of bolt.
Is there going to be a flash sale on top
I
of
would
it?
imagine.
Yeah,
You
we'll still
should.
have a flash sale.
That's every Monday.
So, yeah, Monday I'll put something up.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm going to have an end of bolt sale at noon here, Facebook only. Sorry
Locals.
to YouTube. I'm like, what's that other thing we do?
The other one over there?
Just on Facebook. You'll have to be here because it's going to be fast and furious.
Right.
Right? Fast and furious.
That's,
I don't
that's
know.
how it always goes. Get on through it.
We do have a baby that day.
That'll
Although,
be fine. He
yeah,
may or may not be part of the team.
there may be a baby on
Could happen.
on the
Not
show.
having a baby, just you go hang out. Anyway.
He's
all
gonna
that
sit
said-
here
Thinking that.
on the table.
Thinking that.
All that said, I think we're ready to get out of here, go open the store, and get ready. Come and see us. We'll talk to you soon. Been fun.
Bye.
Bye.